and over. It doesn't matter now. It started in the past, and it keeps on mattering just as much today. That's the verb that got used. It's not just build a foundation when you're 6 years old at Sunday school and just hope it's strong enough. That's not what it is. It tells us to keep on every single day, building that foundation, pouring more gravel or water and sand into it. Every day, pour into that foundation so that when the winds are so strong, you'll still be so strong. That's the power of Jesus. Here's the other power of Jesus. You don't got to do all 40 of these. If you do just one, now until then, one of those 40 or so commands, if you do one of them, the power of Jesus is plenty to make your soul stronger and your foundation stronger. Just imagine, you're really honest said, I'm going to do something that makes me worry a little less about something I can't control. Boy, you'd be more fun to live with, I bet. I'm going to lust a little less. Maybe it's not over women or men, but maybe it's over cars or what my neighbor has that I don't get to have. You can be at more peace. I'll be at more peace. I'm going to give a little more. I'm going to wake up each morning and give myself away in a new way. That's what Wendell Berry says. Give something away of yourself every day. I'm going to be a little kinder and more gracious when it's not the easy thing to do. You just had the holidays. You had someone at your table in your house, in your living room. Not everyone says, let me make it super easy to be kind today. I'm related to some of the opposite folks. I'm going to listen more. I'm going to be more merciful and more gracious. I'm going to do things that make peace happen a little easier. I'm going to pray the way Jesus taught me. And when I pray, I'm going to do it quietly in a way that it actually changes my life. I'm going to love something better. I'm going to make something right and just in the world. But here's the thing. I know some of you. I don't get the feeling you're like, Pastor, I really had this feeling this morning on the way in. I wanted to shoot somebody and murder them. Maybe a couple, but not all of you had that thought. There wasn't even anyone on the road to shoot. It was just the preacher and you, that's it. So be honest before God. It doesn't do you one bit of good for your soul if you have no struggle not murdering somebody to say, oh, I don't want to murder anyone. Look, I succeeded. That doesn't do any good. But what would it be like to be honest about yourself and your own soul? And say, God, I most struggle about being anxious about this thing I can't control. Please help me have peace. I really struggle with holding on to some resources that could help someone. Give me the peace and the courage it takes. Now that'll change your life. Not because Ryan says so, because the power of Jesus makes it possible. I'm going to tell you 3 stories in the vein of Jesus, and then we'll be done. Because sometimes I think stories are the best way to tell. That's what Jesus does. I have an old friend named Rachel McCarthy. We grew up playing piano together. About 4th grade, she came to my mom and she said, I can't take your money anymore. I ain't going to do one bit of good. So I quit piano. But Rachel went on. She became a concert pianist. I went to her concert at Rice University. The day before, she was rehearsing in her house. You know what I saw on her piano? Haydn's Book of Scales. The same book we had in 1st grade. She's still warmed up, playing the same scales. I bet our pianist had that book. I only got to like exercise 4 in my feature that you gotta stop. Every time before she plays some complicated piece, she goes back to the basics every day and warms up to them and gets the technique right. I was at an Ole Miss basketball game. They beat Auburn somehow. They shouldn't have, but they did. I was happy for them. But at halftime, there were these cheerleaders. There were these guys. They were built like barrels. They were huge. And these like 80-pound girls they held above their head. And you are super strong. But if you looked at the guys instead of the girls on top, they were shifting and changing just subtly to make sure that the girl on top could stay high and shiny. and being the salt of the earth and being that light that shines out. Always shifting just a little bit that foundation to make sure it's strong. And I mentioned my dad earlier. We had a lot of clay in Oklahoma. He was so happy when he bought a house. What nobody told him is, about every 10 years, Rod, you're going to have to prop that house right back up. It's going to cost you $8,000. You can't do it yourself. Sometimes you can't do it yourself. You're going to have to ask those in your church and those in your neighborhood to help prop you up. And you know what the Bible says? It's not only okay, it's recommended. Never be afraid to ask for help. And never be afraid to always make your foundation a little bit stronger. And when you do, your soul will be better. Amen. Someone tell me what the